All right, guys, we are now streaming on YouTube. Just want to welcome in our YouTube members. I want to say thank you for your support as always. We will be focused on high quality alerts paired with high quality setups on the chart. Each alert that comes through on my scanners here, I will not trade blindly. I'll make sure that I mark the chart first. That's number one for me. So mark the chart, get the levels of interest. For me, I trade a very strict strategy. That's the confirmation strategy. I look for a clean close on the 1 minute chart over one of my predetermined resistance levels. Of course, it needs to be paired with volume. Number one personal rule is no volume, no trade. If I take a trade without that volume, I will greatly reduce my size, tighten up my stop loss to protect myself. Now, we know here in the pre-market session, there is no hard stops and trailing stop losses. So we're looking for mental stops. So be careful, guys. So if it looks like it's too good to be true, then it may be. And if something runs without me, I won't let FOMO get a hold of me. Sticking to the strategy and sticking to the rules. We do have some results from earlier this morning. So anyone who's just joining in now, you guys will see those results. We've got a new scanner for all of our Discord members. Resume scanner alert. We've got something to resume PRDS. We've got a new scanner today, the Bullish pre-market report card. I will be using this report card as a watch list throughout the day. So if I'm watching for stocks to possibly make moves throughout the day, it should be on this list. Now, not every result will come on that scanner. This is a back-tested scanner. So not every result will come across the report card scanner, but if I'm watching throughout the day for a watch list, this scanner will provide that watch list. No position for myself, no trades yet this morning. ABOS making some noise. I'll pull over the chart. So if anyone's watching the scans, you guys will be able to see the chart as well. That's Charlie talking from Benzinga. So ABOS, we've got, just looking at this chart real quick, can see that we've got low volume. I've got a new indicator down here at the bottom that's going to give us some information. We can see that the current volume is very low and therefore it's in the red. I need to see that in the green, yellow or green for me to possibly take a trade. So the current volume is very low on ABOS, and for that reason I will sit out for now. But I do have predetermined resistance levels above, so I'm trading my strategy. I'm looking for a clean close over $9.77 to consider this one bullish. Doesn't mean I'll take a trade over that level, but in order for me to take a trade on ABOS, I'd like to see it over that $9.77, then $10. Got resistance levels just above as well. No position for myself at this time. Got a few charts up that I'm watching. Got PRFX. This was on the continuation scanner. Again, if we go over to the report card, guys, we've got new alerts coming in. We've got PRFX hit the scanner at 4:08 a.m. Eastern time this morning, letting us know that it is a continuation scalp watch. So mark the chart for those reasons. So not exactly A+. We know that this one has been basically toyed with recently, so therefore we know it's not A+, and I want to adjust my approach knowing that. So this is just a report notifying me exactly of what that is, and again, this is based on back-tested results. Next, we have UTME. UTME was on the watch list 4:02 a.m. this morning. 295 was the price. Again, continuation scalp. So that one was not exactly what I was looking for. Just got a new alert here in Koya. COYA. So first thing I'll do is go ahead and mark up the chart. So pulling up the chart for our team, and we'll get these levels out. So everything that comes across the scanner gets marked of levels of interest. So that's the first thing I'll do is I'll pull up COYA and start marking the chart. See if I can find anything that's really standing out to me. Typically, I'm looking for high volume. And it takes me about 1 to 5 minutes to mark each chart. I do mark each one of these charts manually. I don't have an algorithm or a indicator that does that for me. And really the reason why is because I've had plenty of indicators that have come close, but I can't really deal with the mistakes. So if I see any mistakes, I have to chalk it up as unsuccessful and continue working on that to minimize those mistakes. Manually marking the chart, I ensure that I don't have any mistakes, and if I do, then usually it's on me and it's an error on my part. But typically I take my time, guys. It really means it makes a big difference to myself marking the chart and getting prepared before the move happens. So on COYA, we did get a high quality watch alert on this one, high quality watch. But that being said, we do have some major levels as well. So I'm going to get this out to our team. And I'll check for news as well. Just got in here a little while ago, guys. So I'm just catching up here, marking charts, getting prepared. There is news. Get the news into our chat. And I'll pull this chart over for our team members as well. So anyone who's watching the stream this morning, you guys can see that news there. I'm going to put it in chat as well. Lomo, really appreciate that. Thank you. Lomo got the news in chat if anyone needs it. Appreciate it, Lomo. No position for myself at this time. It is a high potential alert, but there's an issue here. And that issue is exactly what we're seeing, all these lines on the chart. What these lines are is that resistance. So it does not mean it won't get through that resistance, but what it's telling me is that this is a cluster of resistance, and therefore that is an issue. It looks like I need to turn off that from alerting multiple times. All right, let me pull this back over so everyone can see that. And again, my main concern here is these levels just above. So we did gap up. You guys can see here, this is a cluster of resistance, which is one of the 5 major red flags that we go over in chat. So if you're trading the confirmation strategy, then 5 major red flags we need to look for and assess before getting into the trade. We can see on COYA that we have a cluster of resistance. So, you know, it may get through that cluster. And that is possible. We've seen that happen plenty of times before. But what it tells me is if we start to gap up into these levels, I expect some choppy price action. Now, I've been wrong before where it just gaps right through, but knowing these conditions means I have to adjust my size and approach. So I will not wait for a candle to close under to bail, and I need it to close over these levels just for me to consider. If I zoom in on the chart here, you can see that we had a very large topping tail on this chart on COYA. So this 730 candle here had a very large topping tail, and it gapped all the way up to our predetermined level of 604, 597, just a few cents shy of that target. I would look at that as it's basically filling this gap. And the problem with that is now I need to see it over the 604 level just to really deem this as bullish. Until it gets over 604, in my opinion, it's not exactly bullish. But even so, we will keep in mind that there is a cluster of resistance. And therefore, we want to, again, adjust our approach, maybe our size, and where we put our mental stop, things like that, when we see these type of conditions. So Koya, I will not be surprised if this thing curls back up and starts to make new highs, but I will be aware of these conditions beforehand and really adjust my approach knowing so. Let me pull this off to the side so you guys can see the scans again. So it is a high potential alert. This is a very good example. This is a high potential A- and BB high quality alert. So this is a high quality alert, yes, but just because it's a high quality alert does not mean it's going to present a high quality setup on the chart. So make sure you're marking your charts and your levels and looking for that clean confirmation over. So we're sticking to the strategy despite what that is telling us. So even though the algos are all over this one, it's definitely one we want to wait for volume, and we want to wait for it to close over our predetermined resistance levels. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. Got charts in our Mark Charts channel. If I pull over the Discord, guys, if you guys are in Discord, scroll on down to the Mark Charts channel, which is right here below the day trading chat. Click on that, and you will have access to all of the charts that I mark in the morning. So far this morning, July 17th, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charts marked. And again, it takes about 1 to 5 minutes to mark each one of these, and it's well worth the time and effort. So if you guys have the chance to do that, I would recommend doing so. And if you guys are looking for a chart in chat and you want to find it fast, you can always go to the search bar in the top right hand corner and search the ticker space updated. So in this version, or this case, it would be COYA space updated, and that would bring you to the most recent chart on Koya. No position for myself at this time. Waiting for high quality alerts paired with high quality setups on the chart. I'll notify you guys if I see anything on the chart, and I will notify everyone if I take a trade. For everyone on YouTube who's tuning in, I'll go over our scanners quickly so everyone is well aware of what to look for here. In the top left, we've got our high of day scanner. So any of the green alerts that you guys see will be stocks making new highs. Each one will provide a label. This is our momentum high of day. So this is where my eyes are going to be fixated most of the pre-market session. Next to that, we've got the bullish momentum watch. This is going to be a volume scanner. So we're looking for volume. For me, being a day trader, especially a low float trader, no volume, no trade. That's my number one personal rule. I need to see that volume for me to get excited behind the trade. If we don't have that volume, then the concern is we may have a wide spread. So if you look at the bid and ask price, you'll see a wide spread. And what that can do is really create some slippage on our orders. So say I go to buy in it, I hit buy the ask, and the ask is 30 cents above the bid, and then I don't want to be in that position anymore because the volume is stagnant. Well, when I go to sell, I will be taking a 30-cent per share loss, as I will not get filled on the ask again. So I can buy on the ask, yes, but I will not be able to sell on the ask. I will have to sell the bid to get back out quick with that low volume. That is slippage, guys. That's something I want to avoid. But this is our bullish momentum watch. This is going to be our volume scanner, very important scanner to myself. These two scanners go together. Right here in the middle, this is our new scanner, the BB pre-market report card. And this is going to be a watch list throughout the day. So definitely ones that I want to mark the chart, set alerts at key levels, and really be ready in case it starts to go in our direction. Got noise on NVFY, pulling the chart over so everyone can see. NVFY, we've got, again, a cluster of resistance. We hit a high over here at 386. We want to see it close over $4. I'm going to put that in our key levels channel. Over $4 will not be a plus. And the reason I know that it won't be a plus is if I look back in this history of this chart, we can see we have a couple major reds. One there, 2, 3, and 4. So we do have a number of major reds to be concerned with, and we have a cluster of resistance just above. So I'll put those red flags in chat. NVFY getting a pop here. NVFY getting a pop. Going to want to see it over $4 myself. Until then, it is not exactly bullish. If we already filled the gap up to 386, I've got resistance all the way up to 380, 394, 395, and 399. So watch for a clean close over $4. If we close over that level, we need to hold that level. If we close back below, that is bearish. If we can stay above, that is bullish. So for my strategy, I look for volume over these key levels here. So if I zoom in on the chart, I want to see that we can get over this key level at top, as this is a cluster of resistance. So over $4 is worth watching for a possible move to 435 on NVFY. Until it gets over $4, I probably won't be taking trades on this one. If I were to, I just have to scalp it, as I know these conditions beforehand, and I also know that this gap has already filled. So the gap that we're entering here has already filled once before, and therefore it is less attractive. The probability of that gap filling again is less likely. Now, that does not mean it won't happen. So we're looking for a clean close over resistance levels to get in, but we are assessing risk before we get into these trades. So NVFY, we want to see clean close over 399. Right now it's testing a resistance at 359, 362. Close over those levels is bullish. Keep in mind that we have not closed over this level yet today, but we did fill the gap already. So myself, I think I'll sit out that position, but that being said does not mean it won't get up and back over the 4. I'll start watching if we get over $4 and may take a trade up there, but we'll keep in mind that these major reds beforehand and this lower inconsistent volume are a few of the major red flags that I want to look for before getting into it. So NVFY making some noise, getting some volume, can see it right here, high volume, and we are getting that high volume. This last candle had 33,000 shares, before that 70,000, before that 50,000. So we are getting some volume on NVFY, something to watch. ABOS is making a little bit of noise. You can see low volume. So each one of these volume alerts are also going to provide, whether it's high volume, low volume, or basically if it's very high volume, which is breakout type volume we're looking for. ABOS getting some low volume in the right direction. If I pull over the chart again, expand this and expand ABOS, what you'll see here is we filled the gap up to 977. We are getting some volume here, but as you can see, very low volume. I need to see these yellow candles. Yellow candles are going to tell me that we have the right volume. Down here in the bottom, we've got the current volume in red. So that means that is a red flag. So if I see any of these in red, that's going to be a red flag. And this is a new indicator that I'm working on for our team. You can see it also will depict and find the bullish vertical trends, and it will also let us know what the RSI is, whether it's too high or too low. If it's too high, it will be in red, and if it's too low or starts to go too low, it will be in green. In other words, it's a possible buy signal. A couple major reds to consider. The high is, let's see, 935, but this is from, I think, the last candle. Let me verify that. So the high here was 679. So I have to adjust that a little bit. But still working on this indicator at the bottom of our charts. This is for our team. Started working on it over the weekend. Really enjoy coding. Not very experienced at it, but I'm learning. No position for myself at this time. One of the other indicators, guys, this is a new indicator that we have for our team, the oversold indicator. So if you guys have this one, PFRX this morning, we got some alerts on this one. The red area on the chart is going to indicate that it's becoming extended. So becoming a little extended, may need a breather or a pullback. Did have that bullish vertical trend. If I zoom in up here, you can see bullish vertical trend at the top. So you can see very clear that this was a bullish vertical trend and something I want to be aware of before getting into my trade. Once we see the green on the chart, it's the opposite effect. It's basically telling us that it's now oversold and may look for a small bounce in the right direction. And we can see that it did bounce from these levels. We got these alerts in chat, and for that bounce there was about 13%, over $1 per share. So not crazy, but guys, that is, in my opinion, very nice value in this type of market. I will never trade this indicator alone by itself. I will use it in conjunction with other factors in my strategy. And we are building a strategy based around this indicator and based around these oversold dips. We are looking for a successful strategy on this that we are building. Backtested results will provide better entries in the future. That's what we're working on. So far, it looks like NVFY, we are dodging a bullet here, and it does not mean it won't continue back up. But if I pull it over, NVFY, you can see had a major red candle right there. This is a major red, -4% or greater. This is -5%. I can tell that if I hover over it. You can see at the top says -4.8%. So a major red spotted on NVFY. So another major red, which again, we knew these conditions before getting into this. So it has to close over that resistance first to be considered. ABOS making some noise again on low volume. Curling back up to those highs. The high of day so far is 982 on ABOS. No position for myself. Hey, Bo, good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Appreciate you sharing that, Bo. Thank you. Hope you had a great weekend, too. For anyone who's listening in on YouTube, if you're confused on who I'm talking to, we've got a chat here in Discord, a day trading chat that we communicate through as well. So if I sound like I'm talking to myself, trust me, I'm probably not, but there's times I do. So ABOS making some noise again. Want to see it over its resistance level. It's ABOS. I'll pull this up so everyone can see these levels. Has to get over this high of 977. That's ABOS. We can see very little volume. So for me, if we have that low volume, guys, that is a major red flag for myself. So if I expand this chart, you guys will see the volume here, again, is in red. So therefore, for myself, I wouldn't be able to take a trade. If I did take a trade, I would greatly reduce my size, and I would not wait for a candle to close under a level to bail. And the reason for that, again, is because of these conditions beforehand. So we know these conditions are not exactly ideal. No position for myself at this time. ABOS is worth watching. Close over 977. Has not done so yet this morning. $9.77 is the key level. I've got alerts set on that level as well for our team. So everyone will be notified. ABOS. ABOS ticking up here. Expand this chart. Can see now we're getting more volume. Can see that with that yellow candle letting me know that there is volume. Can see down here that volume is now in yellow. Three 34,000 shares in that candle. Close over 977 is what we want to see. Keep in mind it is not a plus. We do have some smaller gaps here in resistance levels. I do expect some choppy price action here. Doesn't mean we'll see it. If I take a trade over 977, I will greatly reduce my size. I'll let you guys know if I take the trade. I may sit this one out. May just sit back and let it go without me. That being said, I may miss out on a bigger move, and I'm okay with that. I want to stick to the strategy that keeps me consistently profitable. ABOS hitting that target there. For anyone who's in, that is a target hit, 977. Now we want to see a clean close over 977. Expand this a little bit so everyone can see a little easier. RSI is getting extended down here. You can see the RSI is becoming extended. It's in red, letting us know that it's becoming extended. The back of the chart, the background is changing as well, letting us know that it's becoming extended. So I may just set this out. Close on this candle was 978. Our key level is 977. Want to see a clean close. A penny over is not exactly a clean close to me, although that is a close over. So now target would be 10. So no position for myself. Going to watch this one go without me. If you guys are in, $10 would be a target in 10.06. That's ABOS. You can see the RSI is extended, red flag there. The volume is yellow, which is what we want to see. No position for myself at this time. ABOS new high is $9.93. Looking extended here over the 977. $10 would be a target in 10.06. This is a risk it for the biscuit. Not willing to risk it for the biscuit just yet, guys. So I'm sitting on my hands. But if you guys are in this one, target would be $10 in 10.06. Close back below 977 is bearish. We don't want to see it close under 977. If it does so, look for that same level as a bullish indicator. So close back above would be bullish. Close below is bearish. 5-minute warning until 8 a.m. We've got 5 minutes till 8. No position for myself. No trades yet this morning. Good morning to everyone out there. If you're just joining us, it's our pre-market live session. I trade live and voice every day between 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. ABOS is holding that 977 level. Close back below is bearish. Target would be $10. Pulling up ABOS. Level 2. ABOS ticking up. Target's about to be hit. There's a target hit right there. So that's a target hit, guys. That's confirmation. Clean close over 977. Did not close back below. Just closed over. Held that level. Hit target. $10 and 10.06. If you guys are in this one, that's a target hit. Don't be afraid to shave down and protect profit. No position for myself at this time. ABOS is testing a cluster of resistance. Next target would be 1022. For anyone who's in, 1022 would be a target. ABOS is grinding here, guys. So for anyone who took that confirmation, again, it was a risk it for the biscuit. It's giving those biscuits. Let's see if it gives some gravy on those biscuits. You can see ABOS on the scanners here. Hitting targets. ABOS is hitting targets. RSI is becoming a little extended. 1022 has hit. Next level will be 1039. That's ABOS. I'm going to set some alerts for our team. No position for myself at this time. ABOS is grinding. You can see on the scanners, ABOS alerted at 4 o'clock this morning, letting us know at $8.12 that this is a continuation scalp watch. So mark the chart. From $8, it's now hitting new highs. New high is 10.30, up over $2 per share from those first alerts. ABOS is grinding into that resistance level. Target has hit. That is a target at 1039. 1040 is the high on ABOS. These are those key levels. You guys have those on my chart. Want to see now a clean close over 1040 and 1052 to remain bullish here on ABOS, hitting targets on this one. No position for myself at this time. Expand the chart so everyone can see that a little easier. ABOS is grinding here, guys. Absolutely grinding from 977 close over. First close over was here. Held that level, never closed back below. Hitting our targets all the way up at 1053 is the new high. 1052 was that resistance level. Close over 1052 and 1068 is what we're looking for to continue this trend on ABOS.
ABOS. ABOS. ABOS. ABOS. ABOS.
ABOS hitting targets here, 1052. The new high is 1058. ABOS becoming extended here. You can see that red area is the RSI becoming extended. May need a little breather here. 1052. Want to see a clean close over 1052 and 1068. That's ABOS. If we close over those levels, that is bullish. Close back below those same levels is bearish. You guys can see we've got that volume we're looking for. No position for myself. Didn't take this trade just yet. Still working a few things here in Discord as well. I got a couple members I need to help out. ABOS, we want to see a clean close over 1052 and 1068. No position for myself at this time. Can see that we hit our target above. Again, this was the first close over 977. If I zoom on out here, this morning we hit a high over here at the high of that candle was 982. This was the first close over that purple level, 977. Better turn off the volume indicator so everyone can see the green candles. Had that green candle close over, held, never closed back below, and hit target. Got late prints coming in, guys. Late prints, late prints. Keep an eye on that level 1, level 2 data. Watching for breaking news here. ABOS 1059 is the bid. 1059 is the bid. Hitting new highs here. 1064 is the new high on ABOS. 1064. Want to see a clean close over that 1068 level now. We've filled the gap. 1064, 4 cents shy of our 1068. Close over 1068 is worth watching. No position for myself at this time. Getting some alerts on the scanner. A lot of continuation scalp scanners. ABOS new highs 1074. 1074 new highs. No position for myself at this time. Seeing 1061, 1063, 1070 on the bid. Target would be 1097. 1097 is the next target on ABOS. 1097. There's 1086. 1097 is target. There's 11. That's target hit. 1097 and $11 target hit. ABOS is absolutely grinding here. New highs 1120 on ABOS. And here ABOS is just yelling at us, guys. What it's telling us is, again, high volume, very high volume in ABOS. We can see on our momentum high of day scanner, the only alert is ABOS. No BS alerts, guys. New high 1132 on ABOS, seeing a bullish vertical trend. No position for myself. Missing out on this move. I'm okay with that. I'll look for another setup, and if I don't get it, that's okay. Not going to give back profit from the month. ABOS, excuse me, is closed over 1115, but has a bullish vertical trend, which is a major red flag. RSI is extended as well. Next target would be 1150. It's 1144 is the high. 1150 is the mental $half level. Above that, 1189. Close back below 1115, 11, and 1097 is bearish. Needs to stay above those levels. There's 1150 target hit on ABOS. ABOS new highs 1156. ABOS new highs 1159, seeing a bullish vertical trend, needs a breather. Doesn't mean it will happen, but needs a breather. New high 1164. Target is 1189. There's 1187. There's 1189. Target hit. That is a target hit on ABOS. Target hit. Clean close over a predetermined resistance level right here. Hitting targets 1231. What a move. Beautiful move here. ABOS new highs 1284, 1289, 13. This thing is ripping, guys. 1337, complete rip on ABOS. Nice moves for anyone who is in this one. This is nice. Target hit 1321, almost hit the 1350 half-dollar level as well. Bullish vertical trend, there's 14. $14. No position for myself at this time. Missing out on a beautiful move here, guys. Hopefully you guys caught it. Confirmation is working out. If you're trading the strategy, confirmation is working on ABOS. Target hit at 14. You can see a false breakout here. We need to see it close now over $14 to deem this as bullish. 1321 and 1368 major resistance above have not closed over those levels yet. Closing here in 5 seconds. Close there over the 1321. Target would be 1350 and 1368. No position for myself this time. Close over 14 to continue this trend. That's ABOS. Going to set some oversold alerts on ABOS for our team as well. Going to go ahead and do that now. So I set oversold alerts that come into our oversold channel. These are back-tested alerts that I'm working on. New highs on low volume. All right, we got alerts set now on ABOS for our team. Red flag spotted. Pull over the chart again. So we're going to see what's going on here. Bullish vertical trend, very extended. As we can see, hit a high of $14, never closed over a 1368. We did hit our target of 1368. $14 is a mental whole dollar test. Hit those levels. We're now below the 1321. This is bearish until it can close back over. You can see that it did not close back over there. This candle here closed at 1314. Our level was 1321. That 1314 close was our indication that this is now bearish until it closes back over $14. So if you're looking for a continuation on ABOS, look for a clean close over $14 and $14.33. No position for myself at this time. I do have oversold alerts set on this one as well. So we may get those alerts on ABOS. So watching for those. May provide a nice little scalp off the lows. Hey, good morning, Ramu. No trades yet for me this morning. Sitting on my hands. Missed out on ABOS. Beautiful move here. Being a little conservative here on this Monday. New highs on low volume. Making some notes on our new scanner. Working on these scanners, guys. Ramu, we've got a new scanner today as well. The Bullish Bob pre-market report card is our new scanner. Some changes have been made. A video will be out later this week on these changes on our day trading chat. So ABOS hit $14 on the head, guys. That is the mental whole dollar test. No, No more teacher pet, Ramu. I'm doing away with the teacher pet, making it all into one, just a report card. And what we'll do is I'm going to look at this as a watch list throughout the day as well, Ramu. So I will be making adjustments throughout the week. I'm making some notes right now to make some adjustments, as I don't want those 8 a.m. alerts to come in there like that. So I'm going to try to avoid that. I'm in talks with Trade Ideas as well on how to fix those alerts. But no more teacher's pet. The graded scan will be giving us, or the pre-market report card will be similar to a watch list, but also let us know what to expect. ABOS, the first alert on it was at 4 o'clock this morning, $8.12. Major red flag spotted. Hit a high of $14. Ticker SPY, new lows.
ABOS.
As you guys can see, ABOS is the only ticker being alerted on our high of day scanner and our bullish momentum watch with high volume. Very obvious which stock to be watching here. Don't have other BS alerts. ABOS has to now close over $13.68 and $14 to be considered. Pull the chart back over so everyone can see. You guys can see very clear there. If I clear the indicators off, you guys can see green candle. We want to see a green bullish engulfing candle paired with volume closing over predetermined resistance levels to deem this as bullish. It then needs to hold that same level. Close back below the level it's closed above is bearish. So if we close below the level of 1321 and 1368, then that is bearish. Close above those levels is bullish. You can see the volume is in green at the bottom of the chart. Current volume is in green, letting me know that there's breakout volume. That's the type of volume I'm looking for. Now I want to see it close over its predetermined resistance level. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning, guys. A bit on the conservative side. Getting a few things situated here in Discord as well. I have a few members I'm helping out to get into the chat. But no position for myself. Missed out on ABOS. If you guys are trading the confirmation strategy, it was very clean. If I go over that strategy with you guys now here on the chart. Again, mentioned first close over 977 is what we're looking for. Here's that first close. It wasn't exactly clean, so I wasn't in love with that setup. This one here did close above. That was a clean close. Held the level, never closed back below. As you can see, dipped back down to the level, offering those tight entries to the 977 level. Never closed back below and hit target less than 2 minutes after closing above that level. That is a target hit. That's confirmation. We then closed above on this candle, closed above the 1006 level, which was a major weighted level on my chart. Then hit target less than 1 minute later. So 1 minute confirmation there. Closed above the 1022, hit target 1 minute later. That is clean confirmation there. Closed above the 1039, hit target less than 1 minute later. Once we closed above these levels here, you can see we made new highs. So confirmation is working out if you're trading the confirmation strategy. 977 was the first level to close over. If I pull over the Discord and pull up the key levels channel or scroll up here in chat, you guys will see this. 977 on ABOS. And you can see that in the key levels channel. So if you guys have the Discord available, hop over to the key levels channel, scroll on down to the bottom. You can see that July 17th, we only have 2 ideas added into the chat, NVFY and ABOS. I set alerts at these levels. 977 was the level on ABOS. So if anyone took that trade from 977, let me measure that move. We'll come down here, take the measuring tool in Trading View, and just measure it. That was a $4 move, 43% on ABOS. What an absolute beautiful move from those key levels. First key level it needed to break was $9.77. For anyone who took that, again, it was a risk it for the biscuit. And the reason I knew that is because we had the RSI was extended. We also had the bullish vertical trend. So a few things to consider, and we had those major reds beforehand as well. If I turn this off and scroll on out, you can see we do have a couple major reds here in the beginning of the pre-market session, -4% or greater. So a few things to consider. Nice moves here in ABOS. If you're looking for a possible entry on this one, it needs to close over $14.1433. Has not done so yet, but it has filled the gap to those levels. So close above is worth watching. And as you can see on my chart and the charts in chat, we have levels marked up all the way up to about $27. So we are prepared in case it continues. We'll be all set. Getting an alert here, MNPR. See MNPR getting an alert here showing a continuation scalp watch. Mark the chart. So MNPR is on the list. I will be adjusting this scan as I don't care for all of these alerts at 8 a.m. These are late prints coming in. A lot of the late prints can give us those wonky alerts. And so I will be working on eliminating those alerts completely from our scanner. ABOS is the only stock that's been alerting on our high of day and our volume scanner. So if you guys are following along, looking for opportunity, looking for value, it's there. No position, no trades yet for me. Hoping to catch something a little bit higher quality. That being said, ABOS, obviously beautiful move. But looking for something with breaking news, preferably over $2 and under 25 and under 25 million share flow. That's what I'm looking for. I could trade other stocks that hit the scanners outside of that scope, but if I do, I know that the conditions are knocking the quality down, and therefore I want to knock down my price a little bit or knock down my approach. So ABOS is just hovering now below our levels. Again, pull the chart over. We want to see it clean close over 1321, 1368, and $14 to be considered long. That's ABOS. No position for myself at this time. ABOS making some noise, letting us know that there's some volume there. I'll leave the scans up so everyone can see them on YouTube as well. Scanner here, we've got the high of day momentum. We've got our bullish momentum watch. We've got our bullish Bob pre-market report card, which will give us our watch list to watch throughout the day. We have our gap up scanner in the top right. We've got our larger float high of day scan here on the right-hand side. So that's going to be larger float on those names. Below that, we've got the bullish momentum large float. So this is the same as this one over here, except it's for our larger float names. Below that, we've got the halt and resume scanner. That'll notify us when stocks halt and when they're going to resume. To the left of that, we've got the major red flag watch. This is going to let us know if there's any major red flags. And if so, we may want to adjust our approach again. Cheapo watch in the center of your screen at the bottom. Cheapo watch is going to look for stocks that are on the cheaper end of the price. We've got the bottom feeder volume. Bottom feeder volume is going to be, it's volume, stocks that are getting volume, but not necessarily bullish momentum. So I'm looking for bullish momentum when I'm trading. I look for long opportunities. So bottom feeder volume isn't really for me, but we do have some members in chat that look for that as well. High of day, low volume. So this is going to let us know that stocks are making highs and low volume. If I scroll on down to the bottom, ABOS is on this at 4:01 a.m. this morning at $8.69. So one of the first alerts on there was ABOS, then UTME. We've got a handful of alerts on here, but this is letting us know that there's it is making highs, but it's doing it on low volume. So something to consider. Hey, good morning, JD. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you're feeling good today. No trades yet for me, JD. Missed out on this beautiful move on ABOS. If you've got the scanners up, I'll pull up the chart, but Absolutely beautiful move. Mentioned it in the key levels channel at 977. I was a bit reserved, doing a few things, a little sidetracked this morning, but that closed over the 977. Not exactly A plus, but it was. It definitely gave an A plus type of result, didn't it? So beautiful, beautiful move here on this continuation move on ABUS. Closed over the 977. This is that level here. So if I highlight that, guys, so everyone can see, this was the area that we're looking to close above. I'll put that in chart or in chat, excuse me, as well. Nice, JD. So if you guys check the key levels channel, that is the circled area there is the key level. It needed to close over for it to be bullish, and it did so. Closed over $9.77, never closed back below.
Coming up at 8:30, the New York Empire State Manufacturing Index for July, expecting no change.
I'll pull the chart back off. As we can see, it's now starting to downtrend a little bit. Has to get over its resistance above in order for us to get excited. JM, the difference between the lines are going to be the time frames that I'm using to mark them. So it's going to hold more weight. So the white lines are going to hold more weight than the purple lines. Purple lines are going to hold less weight, but still provide good entries on these type of moves. So regardless of the color of the line, the strategy remains the same. Close above needs to hold above that level. Close back below is bearish. So hopefully that helps out. Yeah, it's my pleasure, Jay. Good morning, by the way. I'm not sure if I saw you in chat or not yet, but good morning. Happy Monday. Got ABOS making some noise again. Great job, Taz. That's beautiful, Taz. Lock it in. Don't give it back. I know I don't need to say it, but don't give it back to this market. Designed to take your profits back. I'm green on the month, trying not to give that back myself, but awesome. Way to go, Tess. On to the next high-quality setup. That's what I always say. Yeah, that's awesome. Love to see it. So one of our members in chat is already in profit protection mode. PPM, we call it around here, profit protection mode. Hit those goals, lock in the profit, and don't give it back. Love when it happens, especially early on in the pre-market session. It's 8:22 a.m. Eastern time. No position for myself at this time. Awesome. Nice, Tess. Russell already in profit protection mode. That is beautiful. So we've got members here in chat that are already in PPM and absolutely love it. It is early on, 8:22 a.m. Eastern time. Way to go, Russell.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Yellen says tariffs on China reflected concern.
Major red flag spotted.
Those have not been addressed.
Yeah, on to the next high quality setup. That's what I always say. ABOS is still making a little bit of noise. Has to close over its predetermined resistance above before getting excited behind this trade. ABOS resistance levels is $13.21, $13.50, $13.68, and $14. $14 is the high this morning as well. So close over those levels is bullish until it does so. It is risky. Scanners are quiet. No volume out there to be trading. Major red flag spotted. As day traders, we are hunters of volume and volatility. Right now, ABOS has that volume and volatility. No position for myself at this time. They've got ABOS, as you can see, was all over the scanners this morning. ABOS first alert was the highlighted alert on the report card at 4 o'clock this morning, $8.12. Also alerted in the BB key levels channel for all of our members in Discord. Key level was $9.77. New high is 14. No position for myself at this time. I'll pull over the chart so everyone can see it. So if you're just joining us, the chart here, the green circled area was the key level that we wanted to see it close over. 977. We did close over that level, never closed back below. If I hit this indicator here, you can see the green bars close above, never close back below. That was providing that nice tight entry at the 977. Continued to hit targets. Most of the targets were hit just a minute after they closed over the level. So very fast trades here for anyone who is in hitting those targets. Nice moves. So it's nice to get a decent percentage gain, 3 to 5% in less than a minute. I absolutely love those scalps. You can see that it held that level, continued to grind up all the way up to a high of $14. Never closed above our predetermined resistance level of $13.68. And of course, $14 was a mental hold dollar test. So now for us to deem this as bullish, we've got to see it close over $13.21 to start watching and $13.68 for a possible long trade. $13.68, $14. Keep in mind, it will not be a plus. We've got a cluster of resistance. If I scroll on down, you can see that there's a cluster of resistance on this chart on ABOS. It has made a nice move so far. If I look at the gap scanner to the top right, ABOS is up 95% at these current prices. So watching these alerts, I've got alerts set on these for our Discord team as well. So if we start to test any one of these key levels, we will be alerted and notified in the chat. No position for myself at this time. ABOS grinding this morning. You can see it's headed in the wrong direction right now. Again, want to see it close over 13.21 just to start watching. So if you just right click on TradingView, add alert, hit create, and now I'll be notified once we reach that level, if we reach that level. And of course, a close over is where I'll start watching. So no position for myself this time. Scanners are up. Just to quickly go over these scans, we've got our momentum high of day on the left-hand side. And you can see if I scroll down, there is not a lot of BS alerts, guys. That's just the simple fact of what's going on here. First alerts were at 4 o'clock this morning on ABOS. As I scroll up, we've got UTME, PRFX, a couple alerts on NVFY, HCTI. So a few others that hit the scanner, but very specific results and parameters here. And as you can see, this is just providing a really nice move on ABOS. Same with our bullish momentum all the way to the bottom. ABOS at 4 o'clock was the first alerts at $8.18 was the first alert, low volume on ABOS. Scroll up, we can see that we have a number of different alerts, but in the pink, mostly we see the ABOS was alerted, which is telling us again, high volume, very high volume, which is exactly the breakout type of volume we're looking for when trading with any real size. We've got the report card, which will be our watch list throughout the day. ABOS down here. Continuation scalp watch, ABOS, $8.12, has a 27 million share float. And as we can see, an absolutely beautiful move so far on ABOS, grinding up, hitting new highs at $14 when the first alert was $8. Beautiful move. Down below, high of day, low volume, scroll all the way to the bottom. ABOS was the first alert. Bottom feeder volume, go all the way to the bottom as this. Let's see, ABUS was the first alert. So you can see ABUS has been on most of our alerts today. You can also see it here on the major red flag spotter. We can see ABUS is on here multiple times, letting us know that there's multiple major reds on this chart and therefore want to adjust our approach if we decide to trade this ticker. So ABUS is on watch. Alerts are set at key levels. For me, I'm not going to be glued to the screen, guys, so I wouldn't sit here watching ABUS all morning. I would wait for it to give us alerts. Now, I have oversold alerts set on ABUS, so we may get that in our Discord. So I'll be looking for oversold alerts on ABUS, and we also have alerts set on confirmation above. So either direction that ABUS decides to go, we will be alerted and notified. So therefore, I don't have to be glued to the screen. I can watch others, mark charts as they come in with these alerts, and really focus on the higher quality setups. As ABUS might be exhausted at this point, though that being said, if it closes over 1321 and 1368, it will be something to get excited about again. But right now, no position for myself this time, sitting on my hands.
GP. MIRM.
Resume scanner alert. MIRM on the halt scanner. Down here in the bottom right, you can see that this halt scanner, if I move it around, is showing MIRM, $26 price, 26 million share float, halted on 14 shares, very little volume, but we can see a halt on that one. Let me check Benzinga and see if there's any news. I use Benzinga for all of my news, guys. It's very fast, and that's what I need. I need speed. The faster I can get that news, and I guess the more efficiently I can get that news, the better. We do have news on MIRM. I'm going to add this to our chat. So there is news on MIRM from this morning. Looks like an acquisition. Oftentimes I won't trade the acquisitions. Mergers are a little bit more attractive. Acquisitions, not so much. ABOS is coming back down here. MGOL on the alerts as well as a possible continuation scalp. So that little fairy dust sparkle or whatever you want to call it, noise that you just heard, alert there, 8:31, that's this one here, 8:30 and 59 seconds, MGOL. So my first order of business will be, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the chart and start marking levels of interest. So let me go ahead and do that. So MGOL, it takes about 1 to 5 minutes to mark each one of these charts. And it's well worth the effort, guys. So for me, I'm going to delete all of my levels on MGOL as it's kind of a mess and start fresh. So we can see how long it takes starting now marking it. So let's see how long it takes. ABOS making some noise, letting us know that there's some volume there. Has to close over those levels above for me to start watching. I've got alerts set for our team. No position for myself at this time. Still marking MGOL. I'll have us out in just a minute. If you guys are just joining us on YouTube, just want to say thank you for your support. I'm going to start streaming my live session here in the pre-market. We have a live session every day in our Discord from 7:30 a.m. to 8, or excuse me, until 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. But I want to provide some value to our members on YouTube as well, as you guys have always shown me support, and just want to say thank you for that. So this is my way of saying thanks. Each week, I'll probably Mondays. I think we'll dedicate Mondays towards it, but we will be focused on these alerts and trading together. Here in KSCP. All right, all done marking the chart. Levels coming out on MGOL. And I'll pull this over to the YouTube family as well. So chart has been marked. If I zoom in here, we can see that we have very little volume, so it has to get over resistance. So despite any one of the alerts, it still has to get over resistance. So high quality alerts paired with high quality setups on the chart, I can't stress that enough. Want to see a close over 282 as we have not closed over that level. So 282 on MGOL and then 295. I'll add that to the key levels channel as well. So 282 and 295. And I will add 308.
ASCP.
And it's got low volume right now, guys. So will not be A plus as it's low volume. So you can see if I pull up the Discord, add each one of these ideas, you can see that today, July 17th, 3 ideas in here. ABOS was the best so far and the only one that's provided the alert. So after I mark these charts, I assess the gaps and set alerts at these key levels. So if you guys want to follow along, 977 was the level on ABOS. No position for myself at this time. Save that chart, and now I'm prepared for trading through the day. And as you can see on MGOL, same thing. If I pull down the chart, you'll see multiple levels. So if it really starts to get cooking here, I am prepared for those levels and confirmation. So it takes 1 to 5 minutes to mark the chart, guys, but it's well worth the effort. I'm all set now. Looks like I have a duplicate. Let me get rid of one of those and save the chart. So MGOL, yeah, it's worth watching, but it has to close over really 308 for me to consider, as we've got a cluster of resistance there. So let's see what else is making some noise here. EVGN is halted. You can see it on the halt scanner down here, EVGN. EVGN has been halted. That tour. And it's showing a 40 million share float. It's a little bit higher float than I prefer. ABOS is curling some here. It has to close over predetermined levels above to be considered.
ABOS. 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 OST.
So ABOS making some noise.
OST. OST. OST.
OST making some noise as well. OST. Pulling up OST.
ABOS. 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 ABOS.
So ABOS is making some noise. Hasn't notified me at my alert yet. 1320 is that alert. Close above 1321 to start watching. Marking the levels on OST for our team. I'll have us out in just a minute. Cheapo on OST. I do prefer stocks over 2. Doesn't mean I won't trade it. Just means I will adjust my approach if I decide to trade it. OST marking the levels. ABOS is making some noise, letting us know that there is volume and value there. Has to close over the key levels.
ABOS. 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 ABOS.
Still marking the chart on OST as ABOS makes some noise on the scanners.
ABOS.
Telling us that there's value, there is volume in that name. No volume, no trade. Number 1 personal rule. Still marking this OST. No position for myself.
OST. 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 OST.
Sounds like pretty low volume so far in OST. I've got a cluster of resistance on this cheapo on OST. Something to consider. Doesn't mean it's not tradable. Just means I want to adjust my approach if I decide to trade it. I may just sit it out, but OST chart is marked. Let me get this in our chat now for our team. All right, OST has been updated. Feel free to compare your levels to mine. I'll pull it over for our YouTube family as well. And let me zoom in here so you guys can kind of see. Again, same issue as before. We have a cluster of resistance. Does not mean it won't get through that cluster. It just means that it is a bit concerning, and therefore I want to adjust my approach and size if I decide to take this trade. You see a cluster of resistance there on OST. Pretty low volume as well. No position for myself at this time. ABOS was making some noise just a minute ago. We can see we got a volume pop, that white candle letting us know that there was high volume, that breakout volume, but did not close over our predetermined level of 1321, 1368, or 14. Once it does get above those levels, it's worth watching and time to possibly get excited. Until then, I'm just going to let it go without me. OST is dropping here a little bit. It may curl back up, but again, being a cheapo with a cluster of resistance, just not really fitting my strategy and risk profile on a Monday. I may miss out. Again, ABOS was not fitting my risk profile either and missed out on that move. So, I'm a bit conservative, guys. That's just the way I am. And the truth of it is that that's how I've established consistency. So I'm very selective on the trades that I take, but I really prefer to be consistently profitable rather than just throwing the kitchen sink at every setup that presents itself. Let me pull this off the chart. We can hear our scanners yelling at us. New highs on low volume. LIXT showing a 1.6 million share float. Low volume on LIXT.
Biotechnology spiking to the highs now, up about $2.
Pulling up LIXT to mark.
Tango
No position for myself at this time. LIXT marking this chart for our team.
collaboration
BRM.
with Netherlands Cancer Institute for LP100 effectiveness. That's
Marking LIXT for our team. Have us out in just a minute. A lot of traders would say, that I miss out on moves. A lot, especially beginner traders would say that I'd miss out on moves, not taking it right away like this. But guys, I've avoided so many major losses. My consistency is not by trading the first 5 minutes of the candle. My consistency is the setups after. So if it's a good setup or a good, example, then we will have multiple entries throughout the day, depending on the, of course, conditions leading into. So still marking LIXT. We'll have us out in just a minute.
HCTI.
You can hear HCTI. HCTI was on the scanners earlier this morning as well. Just about done marking LIXT. We'll have us out in just a minute. HCTI getting some volume here, lower volume, picking up a little bit. HCTI, no position for myself. Chart is in chat if you guys need it. It's in our Mark Charts channel. Still marking LIXT. We'll have us done in just a minute. Again, manually mark each one of these charts, so it does take some time, but it's well worth the effort. All right, LIXT levels are coming out for our team. All right, levels are out on LIXT. Feel free to compare your levels to mine on LIXT. I'll pull the chart over in just a minute. HCTI we did mark earlier this morning. Add this into chat. And I'll pull over the chart for everyone on YouTube so you guys can see my chart as well. So if I expand this, HCTI, we can see hit a high of $5.36. Has to close now over $5.50 to be considered. So that's where I have my alert set. I'll put that in the key levels channel as well. So 550. Got major reds on that chart, guys. A few major reds spotted. Something to consider. Seeing a couple major reds back here. So close over 550 is where I'll be watching. I'll set alerts for our team as well.
shares of Chewy at the near the pre-market highs now, $40.10. Charlie Hotel Whiskey Yankee. Goldman Sachs raising to a buy from a neutral. That's THWY.
DM on the continuation scalp watch. That's DM. Very high float. We'll be adjusting that.
JZXN.
All right, made some notes as I will be adjusting the scanner. This is a brand new scanner, the Bullish Bob pre-market report card. Brand new scan for our team.
RSS.
Resume scanner alert. JD, I deleted that message. Hope you don't mind. Just did that so that way, in case anyone looks it up. I'm guessing you were trying to look it up in the search. But deleted that message that way everyone can search it. Yeah, that's what I figured. I've done that before plenty of times. No position for myself at this time. HCTI is ticking back into that $5 level. Want to see it close over $5 and $5.50 to be considered.
HCTI.
Keep in mind, will not be a plus.
HCTI. HCTI.
Moving here.
HCTI.
HCTI charts in chat if you guys need it.
HCTI. 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 HCTI.
HCTI is ticking up here, testing $5. That's HCTI. You can see that it has 53,000 shares in that candle there. Close over 5. Close back below 5 and 495 is bearish. Keep in mind that it's already filled the gap up to 536. 550 would be the target above that. No position for myself at this time. HCTI watching this one. It is bullish. Has to stay above this 495 level and $5.
HCTI. 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 HCTI.
VN and LGND, Novan, and
HCTI new highs there, or excuse me, testing highs.
assets under Section
HCTI.
3 of U.S. bankruptcy code. That's November Oscar,
HCTI.
November Golf, November Delta.
HCTI. HCTI.
HCTI has to close over 550 for me to consider. Target is 550 for anyone who's in from 5. Close under 495 is bearish. No position for myself this time.
CYTO, Altamira Therapeutics,
I'll take a small starter here, guys. I'm in HCTI.
Ventrio,
ABOS.
and House
Taking some profit.
HCTI. HCTI.
leading peer-reviewed journal. That's Charlie.
Taking some profit in HCTI.
HCTI.
There we go, guys. Just quick scalp, all out. HCTI, all out. Target hit. All out of my position. You can see the target was hit right there in the chart. All out of my position. Small scalp there to 550. Now close over 550. I may get back in. Has to close over that predetermined resistance level. That's HCTI. If we close over 550, then close back below, that is bearish. There is major reds. Watching HCTI. Quick scalp there. First trade of the day. Close over 550 is what I'm looking for now. We hit that target. 552 is the high in HCTI. If I zoom out on this chart, you guys will see that we hit these levels before, but we had a bullish vertical trend and we lacked the volume. This time we do have that volume that we're looking for. We closed above that predetermined resistance level of $5. Never closed back below. Held 495 and 5 and hit our target less than 2 minutes later. Quick scalp, only trade of the day so far for me. Green on the day. Like to keep it that way. Sticking to high quality results, high quality alerts, and high quality setups on the chart. No position for myself at this time. HCTI closed over $5.50 is worth watching for a possible move to 574. Close back below that level will be bearish. No position at this time. Major red flag spot. Let's see what that major red is on. If I pull this off, you can see HCTI major red spotter there, showing us that it's posting a major red candle. Not exactly a major red candle just yet, so close over 550 is still worth watching. Has not done so yet. No position for myself. One trade so far, HCTI. Missed out on ABOS. Was calling it here in chat and live in voice. It did give us a nice clean confirmation move, although I think it was more of a risk it for the biscuit. Was not willing to risk it for those biscuits, but whoever did got biscuits and gravy. So way to go, guys. Love to see you guys. There's a lot of members here in our chat this morning that's in profit protection mode. That means we are locking in the profits and not giving it back. If we do decide to trade throughout the day, we can use that profit as our cushion, or we can just shut it down and ensure green on the day no matter what. So it really depends on what you're looking for. No position for myself at this time. Sitting on my hands, HCTI. Just took a nice scalp on this one. Closed over its predetermined resistance level of $5. Hit our target of 550. 552 is now our new high on HCTI. If I expand this, you guys will see that the volume here is in red. You can see this red area is notifying us that the RSI is becoming extended, becoming oversold, or excuse me, overbought.
HCTI.
No position for myself at this time.
HCTI. HCTI. HCTI.
No position for myself at this time. HCTI, only trade I've taken so far this morning. If you guys took ABOS, hopefully you are green. Nice moves on that one this morning. If you took HCTI with me, hopefully you're green on that one. Hit our target of 550. That was our target. I'm all out of my position. No position at this time. Green on the day, green on the month. Like to keep it that way, guys. Sticking to high quality results. High quality results from high quality alerts paired with high quality setups on the chart. You can see HCTI. Look at this, guys. Absolutely beautiful. I turn off the indicator here. You'll see green close, clean close over a predetermined resistance level here. Nice clean close over $5. This one here did close over $4.95, but the high of that candle was only $4.98. So we have that $5 mental level above that. Did not close over. Once we did finally close over, you can see closed over $5, held that level, never closed below, and hit our target 550. Now we want to see a close over 550 before deeming this as bullish. Until then, I will not trade it. I want to see it close over that level. This gap has already filled, and therefore the gap filling like that basically says that the probability of it filling again is going to be less likely. So I like to get into the first attempt at these gaps, especially before that resistance level above has been hit, or target level.
LIXT.
No position for myself at this time.
LIXT.
Hearing LIXT. Pulling up LIXT for our members in chat. This one has been marked already. No position for myself at this time, guys. This is very low volume. I'll pull this over on the scanner page. Very low volume, guys. And so for me, that means no volume, no trade. You can see the red volume down here. Current volume is in red, letting us know that it does not have the required volume to take that trade. You can see that the candles are not yellow or white, which are telling me and notifying me that it's breakout type of volume. Right now, we are seeing very low volume in LIXT. So that would set up as a risk it for the biscuit. And I'm just not willing to risk it for those biscuits on a Monday. So I'll sit back, lock in my green profit, and try not to give it back by ensuring I stick to high quality results. ABOS making a little bit of noise on the bottom feeder volume, is not bullish momentum yet. It is on the bottom feeder volume. It's going to have to close over 1321 just for me to start watching. That's ABOS. We do have oversold alerts set on this one as well. So if we start to see that it trends oversold, ABOS may look for a possible bounce scalp there. I'm still back testing those alerts, so I'm a little less likely to take those type of trades. I really prefer confirmation and bullish momentum. But we do have members in chat that do very well with our oversold alerts as well. I'm still building a strategy based around those alerts and based around that indicator. Very much looking forward to the results each week. Each week I log those results. We get basically more opportunity and more probability in our favor. LIXT continuing to make noise. New highs on low volume. That's AIMD, new highs, low volume. You can see that on our high of day, low volume scanner, bottom left. If I pull it up like this, AIMD hitting those scanners. I'm going to pull up AIMD and start marking the chart in case it gets more volume. No volume, no trade for myself. 5 minutes until 9 a.m. We got 5 minutes till 9 a.m. Watching for breaking news. We'll mark SPY and Tesla after 9 a.m. Mark those charts every day for our options team as well. So every day after 9 a.m. I mark the key levels of interest on SPY and Tesla and add them to our Discord. And feel free to compare your levels to mine. Marking AIMD as it's made a little bit of noise, showing that there's some volume there, but not much. But marking the chart in case we get that volume. So want to be prepared. Even if it happens later on in the day, I still want to be prepared. Once I save the chart, the levels are there. Still marking on AIMD. And judging by the volume of the alert, guys, if the alert is loud, if it starts yelling at us and it's loud, that usually means it's high volume. If it's pretty quiet, if you just kind of hear it faintly in the background, then usually that means it's on our bottom feeder volume and not really what I'm looking to trade. I'm generally looking to stick to where the volume is because, again, number one personal rule, no volume, no trade. Still marking the chart on AIMD. We'll have this out in just a minute. Ticker SPY, new lows. For all of our members on YouTube joining this morning, our YouTube session, I will be streaming live every Monday from 7:30 till 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I will be going over my trades, my entries, my charts, and any questions you guys have as well. So feel free to ask away. Just want to say thank you to everyone out there. Appreciate your support, everyone. Slow but steady, we are growing. And I just want to say thank you for that. AIMD, got these levels marked up. Going to get this out in chat now.
HCTI.
I've got a lot of levels on AIMD. Let me take a look at HCTI as this one's making some noise. So I'll pull over the chart again for our team. HCTI, if I expand this chart, you can see that, yes, it's making some noise. Yeah, it's getting some volume, but it's not getting over its resistance just yet. I want to see it over that resistance level, and I'll set that chart again. Just like that. So HCTI, one to watch. AIMD was making some noise. If I pull up the chart, you guys will see very low volume. We've got very low volume here. So that is a bit of concern. It is a cheapo. We do have a cluster of resistance. This one may not be for me. That being said, if you're looking for confirmation on this, clean close over $1.24 is what you want to see. Needs to then hold that level. Close back below is bearish. So you can always set your alerts at the $1.24 level. HCTI is the most recent stock making some noise on our volume scanner, pulling that one up. can see that HCTI is very low volume and has already filled the gap to 550. So let's look for a close over $5.50 before deeming this as bullish. That is confirmation. And for anyone who's wondering, confirmation is built around risk management, guys. It is not built around getting rich quick. That's not the idea here. The idea is risk management. We're protecting ourselves from major losses. And the way we're doing that is there's rules to the strategy, and we stick to those rules. We're very, very, very disciplined. Close back below our support level. That's it. We bail. Close above our resistance level. Well, we can deem that as bullish. Combine that with other conditions, the 5 major reds that we look for, and we can basically tell the quality of that trade. So look for the quality to be higher if you're looking for better results. And if you're looking for quick scalps, then maybe you can get those on these other names. But confirmation, a very strict strategy, guys. Very simple strategy. Mark the chart with your support and resistance. A close over resistance then needs to hold as support. Close back below that level is bearish. Close above is bullish. If it can close above that level, the next target area would be the resistance above. So in this case, HCTI, if it closes over 550, my target would be around 574. Now, guys, I don't often hold out for that target. Oftentimes, I'll be scaling into profit on the way up into that target. And then oftentimes, I'll sell 75 or 90% of my position at that target. But it really depends on the condition of the alert, if it's high quality or not. Russell, yes, 124. On AIMD, yes. 124 is that level. So you can set your alerts around 124. That being said, we can see last week, last week it hit 177. So the fact that it hit 177, we know that that's not exactly bullish. What this means is there's a lot of recent bags in here. That's what that tells me. A lot of recent bags, and that's going to create some choppy price action through these levels. No position for myself at this time. One trade so far for me. Green on the day. Like to keep it that way, locking in that profit. We do have members in chat that are in profit protection mode already. Love to see it. Send a market update in chat. Market update is in chat. I'll put this in our free channel as well. So if you guys want to access these scanners, reach out. All these scanners are custom made, very specific to our strategy. Market update is in chat. We've got, let's see, it's 9:02 a.m. Eastern time. Not seeing anything really hitting the scanners just yet. Going to mark up SPY and Tesla while it's quiet here. Marking SPY for our team. We'll have us out in just a minute. That's SPY. All right, SPY is marked up. Gonna get these levels out now.
large cardiac panels for risk of false
Marking Tesla. TSLA for our team, marking Tesla. Have us out in just a minute.
missed myocardial infarction. That's Quebec Delta Echo Lima, QDEL.
All right, levels are marked on TSLA. Getting these out now. All right, TSLA has been updated. Charts are in chat. Feel free to compare your levels to mine on Tesla and SPY. These are the key levels I have for the day. I'm going to go ahead and get our option scanners up for our options team back here in just a minute. We've got about 25 minutes until market open.
EVGN. GP. Hoya.
FLR floor team awarded DOE Portsmouth gaseous diffusion plant decontamination and decommissioning contract has an estimated IDIQ value of $5.87 billion. That's Foxtrot Lima Romeo. ALLT, a lot announcing Q2 preliminary results. Alpha Lima Lima Tango.
GP.
Revenues expected to be about $25 million.
ABOS.
The estimate 25.09 million. That's Alpha Lima Lima Tango.
HCTI. ABOS.
All right, team, option scanners are up and running. Feel free to utilize those throughout the day. No position for myself at this time. I'm green on the day thanks to my one scalp on HCTI. Watch ABOS go without me. If anyone caught that one, beautiful moves. We've got members in chat in profit protection mode, trading confirmation on that name. Confirmation was very clean on ABOS. As I mentioned, ABOS has to stay above those levels to be considered bullish. If I pull the chart over for everyone on YouTube as well, and for anyone who's viewing the scans, You guys will see here, ABOS did get up to our resistance, hit our target of $13.68, hit the target of $14, which is a whole dollar test, and did not close above those levels. Close above, we'll deem this as bullish, and close back below, as we can see right here, is bearish. If I turn off the indicators, you can see right there, red candle, close below our white line. That's it, guys. That's where we bail. We look for a clean close back over that level just to consider this one long. And as we can see, we have been tapering down ever since. If I measure this move down, for anyone who closed out here, if you were still in your trade, you're looking at a $2 loss per share. 14%, 15%. So again, if we're sticking to the strategy, it's built around risk management. So very clear indication of rules of when to get in and when to get out, right? So we had in our channel, this green area was where we wanted to look for a possible trade above. If I bring our Discord over and we go to the key levels channel, again, key levels right here, July 17th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ideas added into here, and only one of those ideas provided the alert. So we're looking to set alerts at these levels and look for a possible close over. 977 was the level on ticker ABOS from this morning. 977 was right here. So that purple level. If I scroll down and zoom in here, you can see this purple line is that 977. Closed above, clean close there, held the level, never closed back below, offering a tight entry at that level. Less than 2 minutes later, hit target. Closed above this level, hit target less than 1 minute. Closed above this level, hit target with less than 1 minute. Closed above this level, target hit. I think you guys can kind of sense the theme here. Confirmation is working out on ticker ABOS if you guys are trading this one. Nice moves. No position for myself at this time. ABOS, we do have oversold alerts on as well, so we'll be watching for those throughout the day. Those will be pushed into our Discord as well. So we've got 2 channels. We have the oversold channel, but it also gets pushed into our day trading chat as well. So if you guys have those channels available, definitely be on the watch for those. Should be alerted and notified once they come in. No position for myself at this time. Green on the day. Like to keep it that way. HCTI making a little bit of noise. Let's pull up that chart and see what's going on. I'll pull it over. HCTI, you can see he's making some noise on our scanners. Very low volume, and that's exactly what the alert said. Low volume at 9:10 a.m. Eastern time. That's this candle here. Yeah, it's pretty bullish looking, right? But it does have low volume, and it has already filled this gap, so the probability of the gap filling again is less likely. But that being said, it has to fill this gap if we're going to get continuation. So if I'm looking for continuation and bullish momentum, close over 550 is what I want to see. You can see more alerts coming in on HCTI. Still low volume. You can see volume here, but not in that pink. We want to see in that pink or magenta, letting us know that there's high volume. That's what we want to see. HCTI close over 550 is the next key level. We've got about 20 minutes until market open. You can see HCTI volumes picking up. You can see that yellow candle on my chart. That's the BB volume indicator, changing the color of the candles based on that volume. It's an indicator that I built for our confirmation strategy members. HCTI, we can see a bullish vertical trend was presenting itself. You can see right there in the chart. I'll zoom in here so everyone can see it very clear. If this goes green, look at that, bullish vertical trend. So it's letting us know that there is a red flag. Does not mean it's not tradable. What it means is if it closes over the 550 with that red flag, I want to adjust my approach knowing those conditions. HCTI target would be 550. I've already filled this gap. I've already taken this trade, sitting out for now. HCTI ticking back up into the 550. There it is. Target hit 550 for anyone who's in. That is confirmation close above that level is what we're looking for. 550. 553 is the high. Seeing a bullish vertical trend on the chart. No position for myself at this time. Did not clean close over yet. Next target would be 574. Has to close over 550 first. If we fill the gap from here to 574, I'd sit out of that trade. No position for myself at this time. Watching HCTI get volume near its highs. There's new high 560. Target would be 574 for anyone who's in. 574 next key level. There's 564, 10 cents shy of the 574 level. Has to stay above 550. Close under 550 is bearish. 30 seconds left in this candle. No position for myself at this time.
HCTI.
Has not closed over 550 yet. 564 is the high. 20 seconds left on this candle.
HCTI. HCTI. HCTI.
HCTI new high 569. Filling the gap here to the 574. I'll sit this out. Now close over 574 is what we want to see. Close over 550 here in 2 seconds. Has to hold above 550. Target is 574 for anyone who's in. I'm going to pull this over and put some alerts in for our team. So if you guys are trading, that would be a target just above. $569 would be the high. 574 would be the target. It's about filling that gap. No position for myself. Close under 550 is bearish. That's HCTI. Has to hold above 550. Close below is bearish. That's where I'd bail. No position for myself at this time. HCTI, only trade I've taken so far today. I'm green on the day. Like to keep it that way. Green on the day, green on the month. Took a red trade on Friday to give back a little bit of profit last week, but had a nice green week. Shut it down after that red. Pull this back over for our team. You can see that HCTI just closed back below its level. Sitting out of this trade, knowing those red flags, seeing that bullish vertical trend, as you can see here. Closed up, 5 or more green candles. Failed the level. Now closed back over 550 and 574 is worth watching. So it's getting a breather here, which is really what we want to see. So watching HCTI here for a possible trade.
HCTI. HCTI.
HCTI has to close over 574 for me to consider. It's already filled the gap about to that level. 569 is the high. The gap has about filled. Therefore, I want to see it close over 574 before deeming this as bullish. Close over 550 would be a risk it for the biscuit, as that gap has already filled. No position for myself at this time. HCTI closing here above the 550 level. 574 would be a target for anyone who's in. I'm going to watch for a close over 574. Watching HCTI. Target above that would be 6. Here it goes. There's a target hit. That's a 1-minute confirmation of the 550 level. Closed above 550. Risky for the biscuit setup. Closed over 550 and hit 574 target. That is a target hit on HCTI. 581 new highs. No position for myself at this time. For anyone who's in, that's a target hit. Want to see it close over 574 to deem this as bullish. Next target would be 6. Keep in mind this is not A+. There is major reds. That's HCTI. Watching for a clean close over 574. 5 seconds left. Closing here. Did not close over the 574. Did fill the gap to that level and did hit that target. For anyone who's in, that's a target hit. Close above 574 and $6 is the next 2 levels we want to see close above. No position for myself at this time. Hey, Josie, good morning. Yeah, I mean, I let it get cold, man. I'm not going to lie. I let it. Drinking some cold coffee now, but I appreciate the reminder, Josie. Hope you had a great weekend. HCTI close over 574 is what we want to see. 574 acting as resistance. The high is 581. We can see on my chart here, we did not close over that level yet. Look for a candle to close over that predetermined resistance level. 574. No position for myself. That was a 1-minute confirmation. And guys, it's worth noting here. I want to point this out. This first close over here, that was the first close over that level. That's generally where I like to trade. It had a bullish vertical trend. So therefore it had a major red flag. So I sat that out. Closed back below. So it failed the level. And then we closed back over. Once we close back over that 550, again, the same premises here. Has to hold the 550 level. Close above is bullish. Close back below is bearish. Getting an oversold alert on ABOS. Let's take a look at that. ABOS is starting to become oversold here. Put that in Benzinga as well. Enters oversold, and the price is $10.98. Adding that into Benzinga as well. So these are our oversold alerts. Mentioned I was setting these earlier. You can see that it's starting to oversell. This green area is that oversold area. Expand this a little bit so it's a little easier to see. New highs on low volume. So the alert that came in was it was oversold around 10.98. No position for myself at this time. New highs on low volume. That's BAOS. New highs on low volume. You can see ABOS getting a small pop from those levels. Very little volume. 1107 is the new high. About 10 cents from those lows. But if you're trying to get filled with that low volume, guys, you may deal with some slippage, so be careful. No position for myself at this time. ABOS is oversold, getting a small pop from that oversold level. Just up 10 cents per share. Alert came into the chat. And this is our new indicator that I have available for all of our members in Discord. So if you guys are in the premium section of Discord, you have this indicator here. That's the BB oversold and overbought indicator. We've got about 10 minutes till market open, guys. 10 minutes till market open. Very little volume here in ABOS. Very little volume. No position for myself. Getting a small pop, again, from these oversold conditions. You guys have that alert there in chat if you're in the Discord. Also share this alert in Benzinga. It's up over 10 cents per share from the alert. Be tough to get filled in that low volume, guys, so be careful. HCTI, we were waiting for it to close over its resistance. Let's see what happened over there. And look at that, guys. You know, confirmation is saving us from that major loss. And the reason it's doing so is because we knew that this was target. So if we were in our position, this was our goal. This is our target, 574. Did not close over the 574 level, so it was not bullish. Could not take a trade until it gets over that level. You can see a major red to follow. This is a negative 4% candle. So avoiding major losses. I'm green on the day thanks to confirmation. I'm also avoiding major losses thanks to confirmation. ABOS, we can see is getting a pop here from that oversold look. 11.18 over about 20 cents per share from these lows. Yep, about 25 cents per share. Nothing crazy, guys, but as you can see, very high quality alert there. Oversold after that big move. As I mentioned, we're looking for that oversold look, and sure enough, we're getting that bounce from those levels. Very low volume, though, so again, be careful, guys, with slippage. No position for myself at this time. Proud to say profit protection mode is on. Could have made some more money on ABOS, but I'm okay with that, guys. I'm okay with not giving back profits, staying green on the trade. That's what's most important to me. Staying green on the week, the month, the day. Consistency is what I'm after. ABOS, you can see a big pop here. On ABOS. We've got just over 5 minutes until market open. You can see a bullish vertical trend now on ABOS, so that's a red flag. So if I was in my position looking for an oversold bounce, maybe I'd start taking profit at this this condition here, knowing that those conditions are basically looking for a breather, right? So no position for myself at this time. Bullish vertical trend on ABOS. Nice moves this morning. Green on the day thanks to HCTI. Would like to keep it that way, and there's one way I can definitely keep it that way. That's by shutting it down. ABOS 1135 on this move. From a low of 10.97 to a high of 11.35, all in this oversold move. You can see in our Discord, if I pull that over, you guys will see here. We got that alert right here. ABOS is oversold. Reference the chart at $10.98. If we go down to our wherever the heck it is, the oversold channel, which is somewhere in here. There it is. Oversold watch. You can see that we get these alerts in here with the date and timestamp. So I am backtesting all of these alerts, but I added this channel as well so you guys can also backtest these alerts. So as the alerts come in, add them to a backtesting log, put the date, the time, and really just put some information. For me, I really track the information. Did it go up immediately after? Did it go down? How much percentage did it go up? Maybe 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%, 50% or greater, things like that. So these are that's the information I'd like to track on these type of moves, and that will really give me indication of what to expect. So also I want to know what kind of change we had there. So in this case, we had a change of, from the alert, we had about a 37 cents per share change. As I add more entries into the backtester and we have more results like this, it will give us an average and a good indication of what to expect profit wise on these type of trades as well. So I don't often trade the oversold bounce, but this is a new indicator that I added for our premium members. As you guys can see, it's going to highlight the chart in red when it becomes extended and a little overbought and looks for maybe a breather. And it's going to highlight that same chart in green, we can see over here on the right hand side, whenever it's oversold and may get a small bounce from there. So these are not reversal alerts. These are just I guess smaller time frame reversals where they might get a bounce one way or the other. HCTI on the scanners here making some noise. HCTI charts in chat if you guys need it. We want to see it close over 574 before we consider this one bullish. So that's where I have my alert set, 574. So we'll be watching this throughout the day. And again, guys, new scanner today. We've got this report card here where we will have new scans, new alerts coming through. Let me expand this so we can see all the alerts on it. I'm going to take a picture of this screenshot. That way I can adjust.
HCTI.
And we'll be adjusting the scanner as results come in.
HCTI. HCTI.
There we go.
HCTI.
So I'll pull this back over until market open. And guys, I appreciate your time, especially everyone there in our Discord. And thank you guys for helping everyone. And YouTube guys, thank you for joining this morning. This is our pre-market session. We do this every day. I'm live trading in voice from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. every morning. I'm looking for clean closes over predetermined levels. I mark all these charts as they come in. You guys have access to those charts as well. So I'm green on the day thanks to HCTI. If you guys traded ABOS, hopefully you're green as well. This was a monster move this morning. I missed out on this one, but nice moves regardless, and a nice little oversold bounce for anyone who's taking that trade. HCTI is where I took my trade. I took it over the confirmation levels of the $5 and $4.95 and $5. Closed above within 3 minutes. 2 minutes later, we hit our target. So it was a very quick trade for me, quick scalp. In, out, green, and looking to keep it that way. But guys, I appreciate your time. I'm going to end the stream on YouTube. I appreciate everyone's time out there. And if you guys have any questions, reach out anytime. Every Monday pre-market session, I will be trading live here in voice. If you guys want to join our pre-market session, I'm more than happy to accommodate that. So guys, have a great morning. Have a great day. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Thanks.